topic is should sexual content on the internet be restricted? Introduction. Every day in our life, we are exposed to sexual and non-sexual experiences, whether we want to experience these or not. It's our choice. Some find sexual content on the internet interesting, and others oppose it. Like I'd say, older people in our society now feel that there is way too much sexual content in our society. 20% of the internet searches is related to sexual content, and now 1/3 of our internet is actual sexual content. I thought this topic would be interesting because inform our peers on today's internet. It will keep me interested with the topic, informing classmates and others about the amount of sexual content. Freud's theory of personality development is how this relates to class. Freud said there were 3 theories: the different levels of awareness, the interplay between the 3 parts of personality, and the psychosexual stage of personality development. From a young age, sex is a key part of our life and determining which way we go. Support for sexual content on the internet. As we all know, if you're 18 years old, you are allowed to actually go on the internet and look at pornography. It's protected by our First Amendment right. Our First Amendment right allows us to have the freedom of speech, express our own opinion, this and that, and it is a $1 billion industry annually from our society. More support. The internet is a place where people can speak their mind and actually express anything that they want to say, anything they want to do, and I feel that this should be allowed if you are of age, but minors, it should be restricted. Sex is a way of life, and people use sexual content for pleasure or therapy, and others use it in their own sort of ways. To refuse sexual content on the internet, you can click on one website, the pop-up can come up, and it can lead you to another website called a sexual basket. This happens literally on almost any website you can click on nowadays. You can just be on social media. You can click on one thing, you think it's just going to be a video, next thing you know, boobs are in your face. You can regulate the internet to prevent sexual ads, which can lead to hacking and viruses on your computer, which is key. And there's the Child Online Protection Act. The purpose of this act was to restrict access by minors to any material defined as harmful to them on the internet. As minors, I know we all had experience in sexual content, whether it was through class, on the internet, or this or that. I think that we need to enforce this stricter for our children, like for our generation, so we know what they're looking at on the internet, and they know like what's right and wrong until they are our age. More to refuse sexual content on the internet. Policing on the internet will lead to less minors discovering the sexual content, as I said, and enforcing these laws, regulate the internet, will decrease the amount of crimes happening with minors and sexual content. While I researched, there were 3 or 4 major cases with minors regarding sexual content, like kids passing pictures around is illegal. And one boy ended up being 18 years old, and he had a picture of a minor, which is illegal, and now he's a sex offender. There's another that he had bought thousands and thousands of dollars on his parents' credit card through pornography online, and he lied and said someone hacked their parents' credit card, and it was a huge thing. And then another key one was the relationship to rape with sexual content. There's a study that showed those involved with rape cases were porn watchers, and I feel that was huge because that's another key example to show why we should keep this to people who are over the age of 18 instead of minors seeing this content at a young age and expressing their way. In conclusion, sexual content should be restricted to those under the age of 18, as I said. We need to enforce laws to protect minors from accessing the content. These laws need to be stricter, and I feel in today's society, we need to create laws to protect our youth from sexual content on social media and the websites. There's tons of people out there who know how to get around the firewalls, the hacks, and do all that nonsense. And I feel that we need to utilize those people to get rid of the sexual content baskets and make these laws stricter. Thank you.